Good afternoon, you ruddy lovely people. You are all very welcome along to the Lilywhite YouTube channel. I hope that you're all having a smashing day and week wherever you are in the world and whatever you are planning to get up to. And you're all very welcome along to your combined 11 for this Thursday's game between Tottenham Hotspur and Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Some people base their combined 11s purely on form. Others look at everything over the last few years. The way I like to do mine is, let's say there was a Champions League final this weekend. I'm a manager and I've got to pick a team from the pool of players that Tottenham and Chelsea offer. Who would I choose and why? So you take form into account. You also take pedigree and experience into account. You sort of look at everything that way. Love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on the lineup that I choose, and I'd love to hear your lineups, so please do comment them down below. Enough faffing about, let's get cracking with this knacking. First off, goalkeeper. Who's in between the sticks? For me, it's got to be Vicario Sanchez, but I think because he's made quite a lot of mistakes this season, I don't think he's brilliant when it comes to his shot stop, and he's not great with the ball at his feet. The game that springs to mind is that Man City one at the Etihad, cost them that game stupidly after they made a great start, Chelsea. And yeah, I just don't think he's that great at all. Vicario definitely has his weaknesses, but he has improved when it comes to claiming the ball from corners. We're conceding a lot less of them now. I think with the ball at his feet, he's not unreal, but he's also not bad. Shot stopping wise, I genuinely think he's one of the best in the league. I think he's really good. He's got weaknesses in his game that stop him being at the top level, Vicario. But for me, he's better than Sanchez. So Vicario is going in between the sticks. Left back, I have gone with Marc Cucurella. We've got a player who I was thinking about putting at left back, but I think I'm going to go with him at right back. I'll get onto that in a second. Other left backs for us that I didn't choose, Udogie, been injured quite a lot this season, and when he has played, he hasn't really pulled up any trees in my opinion. I haven't looked at many Udogie performances and gone, wow, he was wicked today, or he had that left-hand side on lockdown, or he pocketed so-and-so and so-and-so for them, you know. There hasn't been many days like that. And Ben Davies, you know what you're going to get with Ben Davies. He's chicken nuggets and chips. He's basic boy. He's 6 or 7 out of 10 every game, nothing too special. So left back, Cucurella. He had that one game where he thought he was on dancing on ice for the first 15 minutes against us, but apart from that small spell, I think he's been pretty good this season. You know, knows how to find the back of the onion bag going forward, putting some good crosses into the mixer as well. Countless times this season. Defensively, he's definitely picked up his game, and he's been one of those Chelsea players who's hugely improved since Maresca's come in. Obviously, the last few months he hasn't been as good, but that's the same with most Chelsea players since they started to drop off a little at the beginning of this season. So looking at the other players that they have and that we have, I have gone with Marc Cucurella. Right back, Reece James would go straight into this team if he wasn't injury prone. That man has twiglets for hamstrings, honestly. Cheese strings. He pulls them so easily. He's so injury prone to the point where it's not even laughable anymore. I feel sorry for the guy because he's got bags of ability, but injuries are going to stop him from reaching the level that he would if he was able to. Ledley King, you know, if Ledley King didn't have injury problems, we'd be talking about him now as one of the best centre-backs ever. And some Spurs fans still do because of his loyalty, but injuries are really letting James down. He's had a couple of them this season. Even when he's played, I don't think he's been brilliant. You know, his career's just been wrecked by the amount of games and minutes that he's missed, and I don't think he'll reach the player that he was when he was coming through the ranks and people were getting really excited about him. Other players Chelsea have got, I'm struggling to think, in all honesty, about other players they've got at right back. You look at our right backs, Porro was a consideration. Didn't put him in though. The man who goes in for me is Jed Spence. He had his shades on with Rio Ferdinand the other day, looking all suave. He's been the man the last few months. He's been fantastic for us. In a pile of hippo feces, he's come out shining over these last few months. It's a Spurs team that have been a shambles, that are open defensively, that struggle to do the basic things on a football pitch. Yet Jed Spence has really proved himself in such a crap team to be such a shining light and have so much ability. You know, I was a big backer of Conte. I still don't understand how Conte didn't see anything in this guy. We heard about attitude problems. He did okay in France, but this season, Ange wanted to sell him last summer, had to play him as Archie Gray wasn't able to play the right back anymore, and we were dropping defenders like they were going out of fashion. And since around November, December time last year, when he started getting game time in the Premier League, he's been awesome, man. He's been so good. I mean, the Brentford away game springs to mind. I watched that, I was like, that's a proper performance. Made Burmo look bang average, in the words of Box Office. So Jed Spence goes in there for me. Form-wise, he's been brilliant. And if there was a Champions League final this weekend, I'd be worried about Reece James coming off injured 10 minutes in. Whereas Jed Spence, I know I'm going to get a pretty consistent and solid performance, which is what he's been putting in pretty much every game that he started. The centre-back partnership. Our two centre-backs have had a lot of injury problems. Van der Ven, I believe it is caused by the system, but still, you can't deny he's been injured 2 seasons in a row. Romero always seems to be fit for Argentina. Not the case for Spurs. You're looking at their centre-backs. I don't think any of them are pulling up trees. Colwill's pretty solid. Badiashiel's all right. I'd probably go with, considering Van der Ven's fit, he has to go in there. Because what he brings to the team when he is fit is remarkable. He's like a superhero, that man, with the way he runs back. It's like he's been injected with some compound V or something, like A-Train from the boys. He's class. He really is. So Van der Ven would go in there. I don't think Romero gets in there, to be honest. I don't think he's been great this season, and he's fit for Argentina more than he is for Spurs. And even when he's fit for Spurs, he's giving it away every minute. So I'd go with Colwill. Badiashiel's a consideration, but another one, not really inspiring. Colwill's been alright. He's a young talent. I think he's better than Badiashile, and so far this season he's done better than Romero. Like a lot of Chelsea players, like I said earlier in the video, did better at the beginning of the season. Midfield 3. I should have actually mentioned the formation that I'm going with before I started listening. 4-3-3. It's the formation both teams play pretty much. 4-2-3-1 and whatever. Basically, we can still choose 3 midfielders, 3 attackers. So, midfield 3. I don't know. Enzo Fernandez, has he really been that good this season? I think Caicedo's been pretty good. When I've seen Caicedo, he's impressed. Cole Palmer, despite the fact he's flicked off the last couple of months, he's still Cole Palmer. He still scored in the Euro final last season, and still for the first 4 months of the season was ripping it up. So Cole Palmer still goes in there for me. And looking at that third spot, I'd probably I don't know. I'm thinking, could you put Kulu in there? Kulu and Palmer? Yeah, I'll put Kulu and Palmer in there. Kulusevski, because again, similar to Palmer, not as good, but the last couple of months gone off the boil. But first few months of the season, he was ripping it up in a very poor team that was struggling. So Kulusevski, Cole Palmer, and Moises Caicedo as the midfield 3. Front 3, Son hasn't done enough to get in my opinion, to be 100% honest. And if there was a final this weekend, I'd play Pedro Neto instead of him. I've been really impressed with a lot of what I've seen from Pedro Neto. Striker, did Chelsea really have that striker? They don't, do they? And Kunku can play the role, but I think he's more suited to being on the wing or in the 10, and still I don't think he's an unreal player. I would probably go with Pedro Neto. I'd go with Madueke, get that pace out wide, and get Dominic Solanke up top. I think that'd be a solid team. Have your target man, your big guy Solanke in there, as they don't really have the out-and-out striker. Have your 2 quick wingers sprinting on. Cucurella and Jed Spence banging in crosses. Caicedo, Kulusevski and Palmer creating chances and driving through the midfield. I think that's a pretty well-balanced team, pretty decent team. Comment down below what you disagree with, if you disagree with it, why, what players would you take out, what players would you put in. I want to hear all of that good stuff in the comment section down below. Guys, I'm going to make like a banana and split. Take care of yourselves. All the best. Best to you and your family. Take care. Have a good one. And as always, come on you Spurs. Much love, guys.